Hi, my name is Matt Picard. I am the coach of the esports team for Parkway Central High School in St. Louis, Missouri. And we are applying for the Inside Intel grant because we know that this could be a game changer for our esports team here. We are currently playing on really outdated hardware. We're playing on, I think they're 10 to 15-year-old English workstation computers that run on like an i3 and have 720p monitors that are about 14 inches. And we're able to run League of Legends kind of in previous years for our esports team, but it wasn't ideal. In fact, this year, several of our computers started crashing and just falling apart, and we've had to play virtually. And last year in person, even on these pretty outdated machines, we were still able to get to the quarter finals in our regions for the Play VS Esports League. We ended up placing in the top 32, even with these very antiquated machines, because playing in person is much different than playing at home virtually. You're able to communicate more. You can kind of ride the momentum together as as your team starts to excel. But this year we've had to play completely virtually when we've competed this year, and we haven't performed as well. And I think it is because we are not able to play in person because we simply don't have the hardware at the high school to support us. And this year too, we started to branch out for Valorant, and we were able to get 3 of the computers to run Valorant for us, but you need a team of 5 for Valorant. So that team has been completely virtual this entire year. And again, it's not ideal. Really, for a functional esports team, you need to be in the room together. You need to be able to, comment off the cuff. All right. I find when we're virtual, people are more hesitant to make call outs and things, whereas when you're in person, it's much more easier to do. And again, you just get to know how your teammates play, and I think the team gels better when you're able to play in person. And if we were able to secure this grant, we would definitely be able to have a room dedicated to our esports team with top of the line hardware that would really allow us to play to our full potential. If you don't believe me, I'm going to give you some testimonials from my students just to know the situation we're currently working with and how much of a difference this grant from Intel could make. Thank you for your consideration.
At Parkway Central High School, the computers are almost unplayable at this moment. The aspect ratio of the monitors is completely off, so the vision that you're playing with is around 30% less than what every other team sees from their monitors. And in addition, the computers lag immensely whenever there's too many particles on the screen. So whenever you're in a fight or in a skirmish, it will drop to 2 or 3 frames per second. And the mouse cursor is also impossible to track as it teleports across the screen because League of Legends takes too much of the computing power from the mouse tracking or something, so it makes it teleport across the screen in really random ways that makes it impossible to play at a competitive level. It makes me really sad that the computers are like this because over the course of my 2 years on the esports team, I made a ton of new friends and played with a ton of old friends, and it makes me really sad that the level of our play isn't dictated by our teamwork and our friendship and our overall skill level, but instead we're limited by our computers, which is something that we can't change at the moment. And it would mean a lot if you would give us this grant and allow us to be a better team in that way. Thank you.
Just want to start off by saying that our hardware is really not the best. I would go as far as say that it's quite bad. Most of the computers we have can only really run the game at around 20 to 30 frames per second max on all low settings with no background applications, and that is not good at all. We do have some good computers, about 2 or 3, that can run either game at around 150 to 250 frames per second, but this is not enough to cover the whole League or Valorant team, and always at least half our team strongly handicapped by the hardware. One of our good computers also doesn't even have a monitor that allows us to use it at its full capacity, and I think we have a great potential as a Valorant and League team, and I think we should have at least computers good or better than the ones we have now, the good ones we have now. And I think along with it, we should have 144 to 240 hertz monitors for each computer so we get the best out of them. All in all, it would make us much better. It would allow us to play with each other easier instead of at home, which would immediately raise team morale, communication, and each player's experience.
As you can hear from my students, this grant would mean the world to my team. It would allow us to compete on a different level, allow us to reach our full potential, and not be limited by our hardware. And I really want to thank both Insight and Intel for investing in the esports community and helping us grow this community nationwide. And I just hope you will consider our application for the grant. Thank you.